So my 5 is synonymous with my 4. I think they both have to be next to each other. That's Bird at 5 and Magic at 4.
Totally agree that Larry Bird and Magic Johnson have to be beside each
Next to
other.
each other.
So because
Yeah.
they formed one of the most iconic eras in basketball, the Bird, Magic, Celtics, Lakers era.
Yeah, and it's just like nice to see like the 3 2000 stars.
Yeah.
You know, Duncan, Shaq, Kobe. They always have to be next to each other. Then you have the 2 pioneers of basketball, Bill Russell and Will Chamberlain. You can have them anywhere, but they have to be next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the greatest rivalry in basketball, extending back to the college days, into the NBA, into the 2 biggest organizations with the Lakers and Celtics, and that's Magic and Larry Bird, and they always have to be next to each other. And like those pairing in that trio, like you can have them swapped around. You have Kobe 4, 5, 6, whatever. I feel like that's all okay. They just all have to be together. Like that trio has to be together. Duo have to be together. And then the top 3, I think it's solidified. 1, 2, 3. You could argue amongst those 3, but 1, 2, 3 is solidified. So yeah, that's how everyone's top 10 should be. Let's start with Larry Bird because we both have him 1 spot lower than Magic. And man, just shooting, defense, playmaking out of the small forward position.
Yeah.
While also being apparently the best trash talker in the league and the best teammate, where, Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish always talk about how good of a teammate he was, even though, he wasn't like a playmaker or a point guard like Magic Johnson. He just did everything that needed to win. Like he'll get in, he'll get in for a charge. He'll throw a punch in the 80s, stuff like that. And he just defined the Boston Celtics and like their hard-nosed ruggedness. And if he never had those back injuries, we're probably talking about the GOAT, the last player to win 3 MVPs in a row. And he was just that guy. He was so good. And sadly for him, the injuries have dropped him all the way down to 6th all time. That's how badly the injuries are. Actually 5th. That's where I have him. Yeah. So man, he was just that guy. He was on pace to be by far the best player of all time. And then injuries dropped him to 5th. But his career was incredible, to say the least.
Yeah, the accolades speak for themselves. Three-time champion, 2-time Finals MVP, but maybe the best passer of all time. Best
at the small forward.
At the small forward position, kind of you talk about creating a new prototype for players. The point forward.
Yeah.
When you talk about the point forward, Larry Bird is the pioneer of that, and guys like LeBron James, guys like Luka, guys like even like Kevin Durant, these types of players who are small forwards, but they have the ball all the time and they're making things happen. It's really all thanks to him kind of blazing that path. And you said everything. It's the best rivalry in basketball history. And I wish we were around to see that era, because it must have been insane. But we can still appreciate the effects of that they had on the game, because we see it now with all these new guys.
Yeah, like bigs always talk about like Magic Johnson being their idol to kind of get the ball moving and stuff, but the shooting in bigs, like people don't talk about him, but Larry Bird was a big idol to them, right? To be able to 6'10" and be able to shoot like that while also grabbing 10 rebounds and 5 assists. Like this guy was doing it all, and having 2 steals essentially his whole career. Like crazy. The literal reason I have Magic Johnson higher is rings. He just has the 5 rings, just 2 little rings extra, just gets him the Finals MVP and all that stuff, and just moves him up to that 1 spot higher. But he also had Kareem, the guy that we have still to talk about. So that's why he's not too high. But just the 2 extra MVPs got him a little finals. Championships got him higher.
Wait, if you really wanted, technically I would say that they're tied. You want to call it A and B, whatever. Wherever you have them, if you have them at 6, 7, you have them at 4, 5, whatever. They're A and B. When it's that close, 2 more rings, you're talking all time tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here so you never miss the best clips from Stretch the Floor. Hit the links in the description below to find us on all podcast platforms, and follow us on Instagram.